Why wives pull away after many years of marriage. As we grow older, relationships shift in ways we don't always expect. A wife who once adored her husband may slowly begin to feel distant, not because she has stopped loving him, but because over the years, the connection between them has quietly eroded. Affection rarely disappears in a single moment. It fades gradually through unmet needs, unspoken words, and unnoticed gestures. For many women, the first crack begins with the weight of emotional labor. For decades, they take on the invisible role of caretaker, remembering birthdays, planning family gatherings, scheduling appointments, and keeping the household in order. Eventually, the burden becomes exhausting, especially when it goes unrecognized. A woman can begin to feel as though she is carrying the marriage on her back while her husband simply lives within it. Another shift comes in the way couples talk to one another. Early in marriage, conversations are filled with curiosity and dreams, but with time, they often turn routine, shallow, or even vanish altogether. Without meaningful dialogue, a wife begins to feel unseen and unheard, as though her thoughts and emotions no longer matter. Alongside this silence, the daily grind of housework continues. Even in modern times, women tend to shoulder most of it. And after decades of managing chores, many reach a point of quiet resentment, wondering why they are still doing everything alone. As the years pass, many women crave growth. They want to learn, travel, explore, and continue evolving. But when their husbands resist change or refuse to join them in that growth, the gap between them widens. The marriage begins to feel stagnant, as though she is moving forward while he remains behind. Intimacy suffers as well, not just physically, but emotionally. When a woman no longer feels desired, when she feels her husband no longer truly sees her, she begins to detach. Retirement, which many imagine as a golden season, often magnifies these problems. Suddenly, couples are together all the time, and if the husband has no clear purpose or interests of his own, the wife can feel suffocated by the constant expectation to fill his days. Instead of freedom, retirement can feel like another prison of responsibility. Over time, this sense of being trapped turns into emotional withdrawal. Perhaps the most painful part is the feeling of invisibility. It isn't constant fighting that destroys love, but the silence of being ignored. After years of trying to be heard, many women simply stop speaking up. When they no longer feel valued or appreciated, love doesn't end in an explosion. It fades into indifference. Eventually, with age, a woman begins to see life differently. She loses friends, attends funerals, and realizes how short and precious time really is. She asks herself, "Am I happy? Do I feel loved? Is this how I want to spend the rest of my years?" If the answers don't satisfy her, she may quietly detach, not from anger, but from self-preservation. She no longer wants to beg for attention. She wants more than just existing in someone else's shadow. But does it have to end this way? Number love fades when it isn't nurtured, but it can also be reignited. If you are a husband, ask yourself when you last truly listened to your wife, when you last made her feel appreciated, not just as a partner, but as a person. And if you are a wife feeling distant, consider whether there is still room to rebuild the connection. Marriage is not about reaching a final destination. It is about continuously choosing each other, even as the years change who you both are. It's the small gestures, the listening ear, the quiet "you matter to me" that keep love alive. Because love is not lost with age. It is lost when we stop tending to it. Choose love, choose understanding, and above all, choose each other.